Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Qigong for Health and Wellness. My name is Susan Churchill. Forgive me for being tardy. My computer was updating and I'm like, uh-oh. So I was trying to figure out how to do it on my phone. However, it opened up, so here we are. So I'm grateful to be here with you. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Alicia. So we are on day 2 of 14 days for enjoying the heart of summer. And as we go through this, I want you to keep the creative juices going about what do you want to do? Are there things that in the wintertime you said, oh man, when it's summer, I'm going to do this, this, or this. So what if you had a pad of paper and you just started writing these things down and you picked one? Pick one for this week or two, and then pick a couple for the next week. And then when we're done with the 14 days, you keep doing it. And then at the end of the summer, you're like, wow, I actually did all those things that I wanted to do. Hi, June. So that is the overall idea of how can you enjoy summer. Meanwhile, what we're going to do is a Qigong practice created by Master Chen Yilin to help the heart system, because the summer is the element of fire. And that belongs with the heart system, or the heart system belongs to that, however you want to say that. And so we want to, what's the word? Support our heart system during the summer so that we can go ahead and do all those fun things that we want to do for the summer. And again, if you're in the winter, we switch that around and it is the kidney system. And if you want to, talk to me about that, you can do that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Meanwhile, enjoy these 2 weeks. All right. So, hi, Christine. All right. Let us start with a minute for peace. So, standing, sitting, or lying down, just bring your hands together, connecting the heart meridian in a beautiful loop. Bend your knees a little bit. Let your back just become more aligned. Your elbows are out, so instead of having them collapsed against your body, bring them out, open, open, open. Close your eyes. Breathe whichever way feels right for you right now. Your tongue gently rests at the top of the mouth, or the roof of the mouth. Tuck your chin a little bit. And feel the connection. Make the connection. How about that? Make the connection on purpose, with intention of connecting to the vibration of peace. You can feel it coming down from the universe like rays of light on your skin. And you can feel it coming up like roots from the earth, or little sprouts. And you can use our nature chimes to say, hey, you're just like me. You're from the earth. Notice what happens when you do this. You may have sensations, rippling of like along the skin. You may feel warmth in certain areas. There's so many things, and you don't have to feel anything, but you may, and that's wonderful, because when you can notice what peace feels like, then you can bring it back when you need it. Let's take the hands down and we'll bounce from the knees. So peace, now most of you know, hi Lily, hi Faye, you got me on that one. Um, let the elbows come out a little bit, separate the fingers. So we're going to allow ourselves to feel the vibration, whatever vibration is coming to you, but we're coming from the peace, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. When you can identify peace or happiness or joy or contentment or gratitude, when you can identify that, so maybe catch yourself, oh, I'm being grateful right now, what's that feel like? Then when you're in the kind of the opposite, when you're angry and you want to bring in happiness, you could say, well, I remember what happiness is, and then you call upon that happiness. Let's take our hands over our head until you feel that vibration filling you up. And the interesting thing is, as you experience this, right, you're going to see that you're dissipating the anger. When you bring in joy, the hatred, the judgment, the rigidity dissipates, changes. And you can use your imagination and have those things release as beautiful butterflies. When we bring in peace, we help ourselves to release anxiety and overthinking. So right now we're bouncing with our hands over our head. So the bouncing is great. We were doing it for 5 minutes, but now that I changed things, we're not doing it for 5 minutes. So I do encourage you to continue with 5 minutes a day. And what we're doing is we're waking up our chi. We're waking up all the life force in all of our organ systems. Let's take our hands down to our sides. And when we are awake, when all of our chi, our life force is awake, then you just start to smile. Right? All right, now we're going side to side. We're just letting the arms swing. The shoulders are guiding the movement. The head, you can have it come and follow. And loosen yourself up. Loosen, loosen, loosen. Soften. And then release. And just kind of notice as you slow down, if you can feel that life force within you. Can you feel maybe like you have fuzzy gloves on, or maybe a whole fuzzy bunny suit? That's the chi you're feeling. Awesome. Let's do our shoulder shrugs. Lift the shoulders, head goes back. Make sure you still have a bend in the knees. And that's something you want to have throughout the day. So if you find yourself locking your knees, with intention, bend them a little bit. So that way the chi can flow through and doesn't get stuck. And you'll notice with a little bit of a bend, doesn't have to be much at all, but when it's not locked, see, this would be locked for me. Here I am bent now. Then your legs don't get as tired, okay? Because you're locking off the chi from going through when the knees are locked. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. So we'll lift the shoulders, head goes back. The tongue's still touching the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth, the nose. You're breathing in through the nose and you're breathing out through the mouth. And you bring the shoulders down, the head up, pull the shoulders down after you wait for a moment, and then do it 1 more time. So shoulders up, head back. Breathe. Notice. Shoulders down, head comes up. Feel a wave of chi and the spinal fluid and the physical plane swoosh up and clear and bathe your brain. Pull the shoulders down. All your senses, so you can use them during the day. We'll tap the cheekbones, tap the beginning of the eyebrows. Now, if you're doing this and you're getting some electricity back, then you stay there for a while, okay? cup the top of your head, because that's telling you there's some feedback, meaning there's some kind of a blockage there. So we want to open that up, especially those front or the two channels, the front and back main energy channels. Now we're working with the C7, bump at the base of the neck, opening this up, but gently, because this area is a connection. Here, the neck, and through here, your spine, your neck is connecting to the rest of your spine. All of that is coming from your brain to the rest of your body. You need that communication. So let's open that. Clap your hands to stimulate your heart. Make sure you are clapping and cupping with some firmness. Cup the underarm, left side and right side. Window the lungs, other side. And you might notice, even after you've done this for years, that something that I say or someone else that you're being led from says resonates differently for you. Let's tap the tailbone area and the hips, which is awesome, because then you are learning something more deeply. You're understanding it more. You're getting more wisdom. Hi, Lynn. This Qigong practice is a practice. Master Lin calls it a practice. He's a master, right? He's a grandmaster. So know that we're practicing. Every day is going to be a little different. And as much as we can be aware of what's happening is going to elevate our understanding. It's going to elevate how our chi moves in the body. It's going to elevate how we create the intentions that we are presenting when we put our intentions in. Hi, Dorothy. All right, so that was the active exercises. Give a little wiggle. Notice what you're feeling. Can you feel the tips of the fingers? Can you feel the inside of the navel? Can you feel all the different vertebrae going up and down? Can you feel your eyeballs? Can you feel the tongue where it connects? So just kind of notice that every part of your body is here right now. So we get into beginning of the universe position, our feet shoulder hip distance apart, bending our knees, elbows out, fingers stretch on purpose, and the toes. You can press them down, you can spread them out, whatever works for you. And now we're stimulating all the meridians, the energy channels for our organ systems. So let's get them awake. And then release. A little space between your body and your arms. Tuck your tailbone in and out till you feel your spine nice and straight and aligned. Let those shoulders down, soft, they're melting down. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth. Our chin's in a little bit to align the neck with the rest of the spine. We have a smile on our face, which stands for start my internal love engine. The eyes closed gently. We switch our breathing to in and out through the nose if you can. That's the intention of having nose breathing at this point, and even inhale to exhale. But we're not going to make that happen. We're going to intend it, which when you put your mind with your heart as an intention, that activates your chi to have whatever it is you just asked for to manifest. So allow yourself to feel the physical form and your energy body, your light form, that divine part of you called life, and how these two parts of you interact. And just be aware, be grateful. And then we'll say the password Master Lin gave us that helps us to connect our vibration to the vibration of unconditional love of the universe, however you want to call that. I am in the universe is in my body, the universe and I combine together, and you connect to your master, your guide. You can connect to Jesus, Allah, Buddha, your family, the sky, all the colors of the rainbow, whatever you feel so trusting of, that you can sink into, and then you can ask for what you want. We're bringing in, hey, how can we enjoy for 2 weeks, focus on things that we are going to be so happy about at the end of the summer, that we accomplished or that we didn't accomplish. Maybe your intention is to not do anything, and that would be perfect for you. Just renew. Or maybe it's to get exercising. This is summer. Summer is the fire element, and it's creativity, it's movement, it's growth. So maybe there's just something that you would like to have growth in. Business, relationship, anything at all. And so pour in all your intentions for today, for you. Let's put ourselves first. I know how hard that can be. Put yourself first, so you fill up. And then as you keep yourself full, so much can you give. So much is overflowing to give to others. Because if you're here, I know you're a giver. All right, so you can hang out there for a second, double checking our time. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue doing the second movement from Master Lin's 5-element healing practice, which is for the heart system, and it's called Breathing in the Universe. So go ahead and get started if you already know what you're doing. Otherwise, follow me. So we're going to focus first on the lower dantian, and there's a light deep behind the navel. And it's kind of a fuzzy light, gentle fuzzy light, and you can feel though beneath it, it's so strong. That's your vitality. And then we move our attention up to the middle dantian, and that's a bright light, so loving. And I like to think of it holding that light. Now you can do that, or you could just hold any ball of light, whatever feels right for you, in between your two hands. The elbows are out, the fingers are spread a little bit. You're holding this beautiful ball of light. You've got your hands where your palms are facing each other. I'm going to come back a little bit so you can see me. Our feet are still shoulder or hip distance apart. Our spine is nice and straight. The chin's tucked in. The tongue's touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. And we have a little Mona Lisa smile on our face. And know what we're cultivating is we're going to cultivate joy. And joy helps to heal the heart system. The heart, the pericardium, triple heaters, small intestine. And if you want to know more about that, you can contact me directly. And what we're going to do is we're going to gently guide the hands out with the elbows. We're guiding the hands out and seeing that ball of light getting bigger. And maybe you're feeling it getting bigger too. And that light can be any color, could be gold, whatever you want, or you could go with the color that supports the heart system, which is pink. So you can look at my hair. Or red. And then when you're ready to exhale, then we're going to switch that around, and the elbows are going to guide the hands back towards center. And feel and see and know that we are having this ball of light get smaller now. And you might feel that pressure against the hands as you are making it smaller. And then you breathe in again, and as you breathe in, that light ball gets bigger, gently pushing your arm or your hands out. And you want to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. And if you can have your eyes closed through any or all parts of this practice, that is going to be even more powerful, because then your eyes aren't getting stimulated from other things. And you can stay doing it this way, or you can add a knee bend. We'll wait till the movement starts again. For me anyway, I can't tell what you're doing. Okay, so now I'm going to have the elbows come out, and I'm going to slowly lower at my knees as I breathe in. And you just go as far as is comfortable for you. And then when you're breathing out, you're going to gently and slowly bring your legs back up, or your body back up by your knees without locking. So again, we do want to notice not to lock the knees. And we do also want to leave space between the fingers as our hands come in, so without touching the fingers. And then you could do it that way. So breathing in, you lower at the knees, and breathing out, you straighten back up. Now you may do this faster than I do it. You may do it slower. It's up to you. What does it feel like for you? And then notice the vibrations that you are creating, and that's called joy. Hatred, rigidity, judgment can cause damage to our heart system. Joy can heal it. So bring in the joy. And let that energy and that light release what you no longer need, to transform it into something beautiful, like colored light, smoke, or butterflies, and release them out. And if you see them hanging around in your chi field, send them all the way to the ends of the universe. And then you feel a little lighter. And then you breathe in again. You breathe in. Another way you can feel about this movement is you breathe in, and that ball of light's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as your elbows come out until you're inside it. And as it goes through and it's inside you, that automatically will transform extra energy you no longer need, releasing it out as something beautiful, back to the ends of the universe. So while you're doing this and you're feeling joyful, let your creativity open. Let your, like, wow, I always wanted to go parasailing. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get me to do that. I like the idea, but being up in the air, I don't think so. So, but what about you? What about you? What is it that you wanted to do, and you're like, next summer I'm going to do that? Or maybe you just miss the family. What if you started a chat and said, you know, is anybody doing anything that second weekend in August? What if we all gathered somewhere? Because I'd really like to see the cousins again, the aunts, the uncles, the new great nieces and nephews. So let that creativity give you ideas. You're going to write them down, you're going to make a list, and you're going to make a plan. Or maybe you're in a business and there's something that's keeping you from going to the next level. And you say, well, if I just did this. So maybe that's it. You say, okay, there's the goal, doing this. And then you let the universe tell you, okay, let's see, how are we going to do that? And guess what happens? People, opportunities show up in front of you. What if it's for your health? It's like, I really need to get my weight down. So that's a me thing. That's me personally. And so I've had my sons saying, Mom, why don't you just try doing this? And so today I texted back and said, okay, I'm taking your advice. So allow yourself to feel yourself just in joy. You are inside joy. And what if you are joy? Let's jump to that level. And what happens if you say, I am joy? I am in joy. Joy is in me. Joy and I combine together. The same password Master Lin gave us, just using it differently. I am joy. What does that feel like? With your eyes closed, can you see colors inside, like on the brain screen? I like how Master Lin calls it a brain screen. What if you feel something differently inside your heart? Maybe your pulse or something, right? You can feel that. Maybe it's just the feeling at the bottom of your feet when you're connected to the earth. And you say, I am joy, and then this big whoosh comes up. I don't know what's happening with you, but I know something is, and it's awesome. And we're like after 8, so I apologize. I got excited. So, and we did start a little bit late. All right, so if you can keep going with this, if you want to, then go ahead. Otherwise, you can finish your practice with me, bringing the hands together, seeing, feeling, knowing that ball of light is here. And then we're going to bring it in to the lower dantian. Feel it, maybe going through all your systems. And then rub your abdomen. We come up on the right and down on the left. And behind that, we see the ball of light spinning, spinning, spinning faster and faster and faster. And it gets smaller and brighter and smaller and brighter and smaller and brighter until it turns into a tiny little energy pill, which looks like some kind of a mum or other kind of flower. Maybe it's a comet, might be a bouquet. And I tuck it deep behind the navel. So we'll tuck that deep behind the navel, and then we brought in our experiences. We brought in with our intentions the things that could help us to manifest them. And so just stay aware during the day and see what happens. Get your pencil out, your paper, start writing down your ideas. You might have so many ideas that you need 10 summers to do them. We'll rub our hands together, open your eyes when you're ready. 2 fingers slide up the sides of the nose, around the face and down the chin. Have your palms go over your eyes. Send some healing into your senses. And then cup your head. Cup the base of your head again. Give that brain some more power. Come down to the C7 and notice how amazingly soft and supple that area is now. You've done such a good job. And then we'll just pat the arms and down the body a little bit, just to say, yeah, I am here, I'm alive. And remember what it felt like to be joy. You could be joy all day today and see what happens. See what happens around you. Tap your hips. Come down to the knees and the backs of the knees. And the both sides of the left for cupping. And we could just solidify it all in with some heel drops, avoiding this if you're pregnant. Release more that you don't need. Breathe in. Light, breathe in. Colors, breathe in joy. Thank you for being with me today. Let's do one giant 10,000 hand breath in, so our arms are coming out, and then 10,000 more. Gathering gifts from the universe. They're just pouring down. Maybe they're your relatives who are saying, good job today, and pouring down gifts for you and ideas like, hey, remember mom's potato salad. Maybe that's something you want to find that recipe. Maybe you go and open a drawer today and something like surprises you, like, oh my gosh. I'd love to hear what happens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I send you many, many blessings. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bye.